said, Mark 8:30 through 37, or 34 through 37. And calling the crowd to him with his disciples, he said to them, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? For what can a man give in return for his soul? What does it mean to take up your cross and follow Jesus? What does it mean to lose our life for the gospel in order to save it? The specific word that Jesus uses for life here is a different word than is normally used in the New Testament. It's the Greek word psyche. You probably kind of see what that word means. It's where we get the word psychology. And what it's really denoting is your identity, who you are, what makes you, you, your personality, your selfhood. Now, our culture tells us that what makes us, our psyche, is our performance. Is how well we do in school, then how well we do in a job, then how much money we make, and then for some people it's how many kids you have or how big your house is, or then you can go to the other end, the social activism end that a lot of Christians have fallen into and think this is the gospel, but it's how much do you give away, or how little is your house, or how unsuccessful are you in the world. We see both of them are just self-glorification, and they're both trying to establish your own identity and saying, this is why I'm good. This is why my life is pretty awesome. Jesus is using this word to say, you've got to lose your psyche. You've got to lose what makes you, you, if you want to save it. He's not saying, lose your life in order to lose your life. Saying lose your life, lose yourself in order to really find your true self. Jesus says it'll never work. What our culture tells us, either way you go, it says it's not going to work. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but to forfeit his soul? We can't think of gaining the whole world just in the sense of stockpiling riches. And the other way it can go is we gain the whole world by having nothing. And making sure that we're better than people because we don't worship any money. We just worship the fact that we don't worship money. Jesus says that won't work. If you're building your identity on your career, on your family, on a sports team, food, drink, sex, whatever it is, or the lack of the things that you do, the lack of how much you drink, or the way that you didn't have premarital sex, and any of those things fail, if you slip up in any of those things, you lose your entire identity. If your identity is built on the fact that I've never tasted alcohol, and someone slips it in a Sonic cup, your identity's gone. If you build your identity on the fact that I've never had a nice thing, and somehow you end up getting a nice thing, it's gone. If you build it on, man, my career, I've just been working so hard. I got straight A's in college. Here we go. You get that job. Man, there we go. I got the job. Then something happens and you get fired. Your identity is gone. Jesus is saying that won't work because all of those things can be taken away. All of those things, eventually, they're going to be gone. Jesus is saying, in order to find your life, you got to lose it and find it in me. Why would he say that? Because he's the only thing that will never fail. You tracking with what I'm saying? See that? Jesus is the only thing that doesn't go away, that can't go away. Jesus' performance, death, resurrection can't go away because it already happened. Jesus says this is what you've got to build your identity on. If you want to find yourself, you've got to lose yourself and find your identity in me because I can't fail.